Guys, hello, my name is Malachi. This is my sister Jael. Today we're going to be going out and got the chainsaw, all the gear, and we're going to get some wood, try to find some cool pieces of wood and try to create some wood projects for you guys. So we're going to get over here and go through the steps. Some more of that cherry. We're going to make a cupcake stand out of these. So we're making a top tier. We're using an upper section of this cherry tree. Every section of this cherry has a little bit of different characteristics within the wood. It's a little unique. Some's more red, some's more white, some pink, some spots. I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's all a little bit different. Okay guys, so Jael and I just got some wood put in here. We got some red oak, we got some cherry. Yeah, I mean, we got some white oak, we got some hickory. We got a variety of stuff from the trees that were just down. This cherry was knocked down from a windstorm actually, and then all the rest of this was cut out like 10 years ago for logging. So these are just crowns. A lot of this is from crowns of trees that were laying there. Taking on back to the house here and fiddle around with it and see what we can't make out of it. So stay tuned, guys. Okay guys, so got back to the barn here with all the stuff that we gathered from the woods. Variety of different kinds of wood and shapes and lengths and stuff. And then got some of these big slices of that cherry that was back there. Love that cherry, it's beautiful. And then just got some test pieces here that weren't really cut too straight, but then got some other real nice sections. And what I'm going to start off by doing, I got a lot of things in mind with this stuff, but what I'm going to start off by doing is I want to make a cupcake stand for my sister, and so I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing with that. Now the first thing that I did was I took this over to the table saw and I squared that off so it was a nice straight line even when it sat down. It'd be a nice flat surface so it'd be level. And then I took this, and I haven't sanded this down yet, but I need to. And then basically that's just going to sit on that like so. And then I'm going to have this piece that's going to be propped up more towards the back, so it's out of the way. And then I'm going to use this other disc that I've been sanding down pretty nice. And this is actually going to go to the back, like so. And it's all going to be fastened down, of course, but it's going to be used as a cupcake stand. So I'll get through going through that process and show you step by step what I do. Got some 220 grit sandpaper. This is the side that's going to be on the ground, on the table, I guess. Just going to make sure it's really nice and smoothed out. You don't want it to be rough at all. You don't want it to be scratching somebody's table up. And put it out to display. That's a nice, flat, smooth finish. Now this is my bigger slab of cherry here, and I'm just going to take my 220 grit like I did with the other one, and just work at it for probably 5-10 minutes or somewhere in there, depending on how much time you think you really need to get it to where it needs to be, just until it's a very nice, smooth surface, so you don't have somebody running their finger or hand across here and getting a scratch or something, you know. Just the extra little detail things that make the difference. Now since there's no bark left on this anyways, the bark layer was rotting off, I'm just going to take my 220 here and just sand it down around the edges. Again, just to make sure nobody gets any scratches or gets themselves hurt in any form of way. So just want to take this around the edges. Like I said, there's no really some kind of time limit on it, just as long as you think you need. So if you think it's got a real nice smooth finish around the sides, then you're good to go. Now I'm preparing this to actually tack the base, to the main plate. Now what I'll do is I'll just kind of take my measuring tape and just kind of measure around and try to find like a happy medium, which seems to be about 3 inches. So I'll try to get every side close to 3 inches, so it's all nice and centered up. And if not 3, just very, very close. Get it the closest you can to whatever the number seems to be for your project. It's pretty centered. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just it's personal preferences, whatever you want to do. And then just press down on it and try to flip it over without really moving it. Now this isn't like, there's no real science to it. You just kind of, just do your thing. Get my battery. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put I'm going to do 3 screws to hold the base in, just because that's going to be the most important part. And now one thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill all these holes in with a little bit of, let me see if I have it in my, I got it in my bucket. Okay, with a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and when it dries, I'm gonna, pry off the tops of it and then sand it down again. So you just want to put a real small amount. I just don't want to buy caps for it, but I also do kind of want to hide this and then flush it off again. So we'll get on to the next part here and go from there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do next for my cake stand here for my sister. I'm going to put this piece, now you see how it's curved a little bit, it kind of curves. It stands up perfectly flush on top, but since it is curved, I'm going to put the curved part out on the back. Instead, if you look at it from this angle, it's curved out on the back, but it stands up and it's perfectly flush on top for mounting the top part of this cake stand. Now I'll show you how I do this Gorilla Glue with this last one here. You don't want to put too much because Gorilla Glue expands. And so I basically just fill in the head, you know, where you actually, you know, fasten the screw. And then just a little bit more on top of that, and that is it. Like that drop, that's plenty. That's actually probably too much. Because like I said, Gorilla Glue expands, which is why I'm using it, is because it can expand out and then I can sand it down flush. And just like that, perfect. And so that'll expand and fill the hole, and maybe even a little bit more, and then we will be good. So I will get back to you guys when this is actually all finished and give you a little look around. Okay guys, so here's a finished product with this cupcake stand that I made for my sister. You see on the top, see how that Gorilla Glue kind of just, it's really level, but it just kind of filled in that hole. Just kind of like a little plug, I guess. And the same with down here. It's still drying a little bit. It's still expanding, but when it's done, I'm just going to make sure everything's sanded down smooth. Maybe just color it a little bit. I might coat it with a polyurethane or something else that is safe for sitting food on. Gonna have to do some research on that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you thought there was something I could have done a little bit different, please point it out. If you want something made similar, sorry, dog's going crazy. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and you will be informed of all the latest videos as soon as they surface. So thank you so much, guys, and have an amazing day.